Coach, I want to start with you. Any opening comments about the game?
No, I thought that in the first half, we got out of the first half being down 1-0, having a really good chance in the first probably 7-10 minutes, kind of what we wanted to see, sit a little bit and then get off the counter. And at the half, we decided, like, hey, we were going to stick to the game plan and try to see if we could manage them a little bit more in the defensive side. But look, they stepped up and pressed. They were a handful. They could play. I felt like we maybe were a little timid to start the match, and it never quite got going. And then they scored early in the second half, and it kind of really put us up against the wall. I thought few guys did quite well to stay in the game and keep us make plays. But ultimately, the journey that we're going to go on here for this fall, we have to get more fit. We have to push ourselves to do some of the nuts and bolts of the game, tracking runners, and against a team like that that's interchanging, that's pushing guys forward, it's very stressful. And I think that we can get to a point where we can handle playing a really good, top-quality opponent like that.
Nate, considering this is your first game of your senior year, what are your takeaways from today's game, and what are your expectations for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting ride here, and I think that I've had a lot of opportunities to learn throughout my career, and I think this is just another one of those games where we learn and we build from. And again, moving forward, I think this could arguably have been our toughest opponent for the whole year. A challenging first opponent, like Coach said. We need to work on our fitness a little bit. Mesh as a team. At one point, we had 6 freshmen on the field at once, right? So it's a new group. And as far as moving forward for the rest of the season, I just expect us to continue to work together and build off this. I think after the game, the group was together. We were talking. Everybody was sharing their thoughts on the game in a respectful way. I mean, it's a group that wants to move forward. We're just a little young and we're a little unprepared in some aspects, such as like fitness, for example. But I think, from this, we're definitely going to be moving up after this, after every game. I think we won't be as challenged with our opponents, and I think we'll become stronger each game. And I'm looking forward to this weekend at Mount St. Vincent.
Coach, what positive did you take away from today's game, and how can you guys build upon those?
Yeah, so kind of what Nate was saying, for me, Nate and I have been through a lot over his college career, on and off the field, every situation. I know what I'm going to get from him, on a daily basis, training, off the field, his leadership, a lot of those things. I know he's a very consistent guy. For us, we are looking at today's match and even the match Saturday as preparation for when we join the CCC and play those games. So for me, to put some of the younger players in situations that are really uncomfortable, that maybe they haven't had to defend against a bigger, stronger opponent or a team that's playing 3 in the midfield and interchanging with the 9 up front. Like, we have guys that, have to gain experience on the fly. And today I told some of the younger guys, I'm throwing you into the deep end today with the hopes that in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we're much better and stronger, and we're not fazed by the speed of play or, an opponent pressing us like that. We have to play much quicker. That's for everybody. But I think overall, like, the ability to play against a good team like Conn College and see some younger guys do well. And then at the same time, for some of the guys that need to work on their fitness, pushing them an extra 10, 15 minutes to get through some tough situations for themselves, I would tell you, that's probably the most positive, some of the most positive things that happened today. I thought the goalkeeper, Ryan Lund, was very good. He's kept us in the game. Jack Merrill was very solid in the back line. And then we had some little looks kind of getting up the field, but not nearly enough, and we'll fine-tune that as we move forward.
Thank you.